From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate. Canada is stinging this morning less than 24 hours after it was confirmed that it would be hit with massive tariffs by its closest ally and biggest trading partner.
U.S. President Donald Trump signed the executive order in Florida after spending most of the day at a golf course. It slaps Canada with 25% tariffs, 10% for energy. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau held a news conference Saturday evening announcing that Canada will respond with targeted retaliatory tariffs. But Trump's executive order includes a retaliation clause that says if Canada responds with duties on American products, the levies could increase. Kelly Malone, The Canadian Press, Washington.
In Atlantic Canada, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick's opposition leaders say the massive tariffs will have devastating effects on the region's economy. Nova Scotia's NDP, Claudia Chender, wants the Progressive Conservative government to create a task force to support affected workers, industries, and communities. The New Brunswick PC's Glenn Savoy says it is critical for people to remain civil and respectful as everyone begins to understand the effects the tariffs will have on the nation and the province. Ontario's Progressive Conservative leader maintains the province is not vulnerable during a snap election campaign amid a looming trade war between Canada and the U.S. Doug Ford says the election will only give his party more strength and certainty with a new 4-year mandate, which will help with negotiations with Donald Trump. But opposition leaders say Ford is just using Trump's tariffs to take advantage of good polling numbers and to get out ahead of this year's federal election. Officials investigating the Philadelphia plane crash say there was no indication it was having any trouble before it slammed into a suburban neighborhood. U.S. National Transportation Safety Board Chair Jennifer Homendy says air traffic controllers didn't hear anything concerning over the radio before the crash. She says her agency is still looking for the cockpit voice recorder. The incident left a debris field spanning 4 to 5 blocks, killing all 6 people on board and 1 person on the ground. And turning our eyes south of the border, where arriving in Washington, D.C. today is U.S. President Donald Trump's first foreign guest of his second administration. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he's looking forward to strengthening ties with the United States after an, at times, tense relationship with the Biden administration over the war in Gaza.
The fact that this would be President Trump's first meeting with a foreign leader since his inauguration is telling. I think it's a testimony to the strength of the Israeli-American alliance.
At Tuesday's meeting with Trump, Netanyahu says he'll discuss victory over Hamas, countering Iran, and expanding diplomatic relations with Arab countries. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, it was a busy Saturday night in the NHL. The Maple Leafs managed to edge out Edmonton 4-3. Winnipeg took the Capitals to overtime, 5-4 the final there. Ottawa blanked a hapless Wild team 6-0 in a contest which also featured some politics, booing the American anthem at the start of the game. And Detroit topped the Flames 3-1. In the Professional Women's Hockey League, Toronto doubled up on Ottawa 4-2. Over to the NBA now with some big news breaking. It is being reported that the reigning Western Conference champion Dallas Mavericks is sending Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. The big deal is said to also include a couple of other pieces. And finally, you can expect Shohei Ohtani to be pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers in May. That's according to manager Dave Roberts, who spoke at the team's annual Fan Fest Saturday. The two-way superstar had surgery on his left shoulder in November. Ohtani says his rehab is on schedule. From the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.